Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Ready. Mike 25. Mike 47.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking win calls.
36.
85. 25 tonight.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Yeah.
They go play action with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Returnable for Thomas. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's got some space here. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys were able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant's extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. From the 30 on second down, Jackson. Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creep.
On the keeper, here's Ryan. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready, get ready. At 25. Check, 47. Here we go, D. Here I come. Ready to go.
This time Ryan will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. 51, stop. 80 weapon. 47. Check, 47. Here we go, D. Let him go.
On first down, Freeman. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Man, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I got 19. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Greystone, travel.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Check it out, read. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Here we go. Watch the run.
$3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Got it. Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch it. 51. Hey, 59, ready.
From the shotgun, Ryan toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down.
Check 52.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Room here to run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
First down, Broncos.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in him.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Throwing is Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tack McKinley. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. On fourth down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. Here's Thomas. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they said, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Let's go, folks.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
47's the mic. 47.
Hey, check.
Here we go. Check.
On first down, Freeman. Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford, there for the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30.
Freeman. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
Brings up second and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Even. 4 down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Bryant is good. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that side.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Philip Lindsay, 77 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now.
Makes the score Falcons 9. Broncos 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it
61, match box, lights.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Broncos' 13-yard line.
Freeman again. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get...
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Watch the back. Hey, wait. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Check. Joker.
Here's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They come out here in the I. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2.
Kill. 58. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. I'm coming. 58. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
From the gun, Ryan. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Back now here on EA Sports. Or the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Jackson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you.
Push nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
First down, Broncos.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw again is Jackson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because this confidence has to be shaken a little bit And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Jackson now, throwing again. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talks about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Buying time to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now it's Jackson going up top. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Freeman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Falcons on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to go for it all. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Ryan to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Freeman. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready, we're ready. 25.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check 3, check 3.
Hey, Tuesday.
47, Mike, 47.
Focus, defense, focus.
Check. SOS.
Ready to go.
Here's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They try to take a shot there on second down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with a time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that you can take something.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Grady Jarrett. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Atlanta, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.